Shalom. You Edomites and you Jakes in trouble because you lied, right? You have conquered the minds of our people. You destroyed their mind. You destroyed their essence. You've destroyed their self-esteem, right? Their faith, their hope, right? I was meditating heavily throughout the spirit, right? How this deception is so deep, so vast, so unexplainable, unimaginable, right? How this image have conquered the minds of our people for generations and generations and generations. And when we tell them the Messiah was a so-called black man, they hate it. That's how much they hate themselves, right? And the so-called white man has destroyed you Jakes psychologically, right? Mentally, spiritually, physically. Most of you Jakes still have a slave mentality, right? You've been indoctrinated. You've been lied to. You've been raped, robbed, and pillaged, right? This doctrine was set up to set you free. But a lot of you Jakes don't want freedom. You want to stay in captivity, right? This image have conquered your soul, your mind, your children, right? Your everything. And when you say the Messiah was a so-called black man, you Jakes, you hate yourself so much, you can't even see yourself being something great. That's the damage of psychological warfare. Let's go here. Let's get all into this, man. Romans 11:7, it says, what then? Israel, you're not black people. You're not Hispanic. You're not Mexican, right? You're not Native American. Them bywords has been placed on you from your enemy. You're not Jamaican. You're not Puerto Rican, right? You're not Brazilian. You're not African, right? You're Israelites. Yasha Allah. You're the greatest on the face of this earth. Have not attained that which is seeking for. So our people are looking for the answers. They trying to figure it out why things are the way they are. We telling you why. You won't listen. You're hard-headed, stiff-necked, stubborn. It says, but the election have obtained it. So the elect of the nation Israel, the men and women, go understand, right? They're going to be able to come over these hurdles, these stumbling blocks, right? And the rest were blinded. So you Jakes that's outside of this truth, you're going to be blinded by this image, right? This is what's going to saturate your soul, right? Your core, your essence, your being, your spirit. This image have conquered the minds of generations, countries, cities, right? Villages, nations. Let's go here. Give me 1 second. And this is nothing new, right? First Maccabees 3:48. And laid open the book of the law. What is the book of the law? The Bible that you Jakes, you say you believe in. You really don't believe in it, right? Because this book has set you free. It's sent to set you free, but the Jakes don't want to be free. You want to stay working a 9 to 5. You want to stay fatting up your 401k. You want to stay struggling to pay bills. You want to stay on these pharmaceutical drugs. You want to stay eating this McDonald's and Jack in the Box kill food. All right, you want to continue to be lost, right? Not us though. Where the heathen have sought to paint the likeness of their images. So they wanted to paint images that look like them. They even gave you their movies, their magazines, their books, right? To indoctrinate you, to make you believe and love so-called white Jesus to your death. Look at his image, before, after, right? That's why you're looking at all these modern artworks via Google, the history books, they all been whitewashed. And what does that do to your psyche? It makes you think the so-called white people are the Israelites. They the prophets, right? When you look these devils, you look something up, these devils done whitewashed everything. They have degraded you, dehumanized you, say you less nothing, you less than dirt, but you still love them. Let's go here. And we know this nation is sick. They're sick mentally, they're sick spiritually, and they're sick physically. Right? Tell me I'm lying. Right? You so-called blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans are the leading in diabetes. You the leading in high blood pressure. You the leading in hypertension. You the leaders in stroke. You the leader in amputations. Why? Because the way you eat. You bought into this system. You bought into death. Right? Look at this before and after. But when we show our people the truth, they don't want to deal with it. They have this delusional mindset. Right? And the so-called white man did a great job of brainwashing you people, man. Right? So they painted all these images. When you go look up anybody in the Bible, right? They've been whitewashed. They look like so-called white people, right? And they strip you from who you are. Look at this. It's called the iconoclasms. And they did during the Renaissance. They had a campaign to whitewash all the images out of the Bible. They broke pretty much all the images and whitewashed pretty much all of them, right? So our people can't see themselves in the Bible. They can't see the true depiction of the Messiah. They can't see the true depiction of the Israelites. They can't see the true depiction of the prophets, Isaiah, Jeremiah, right? Paul, Peter. These was all so-called black men. But you Jakes are defeated. Not us. Let's give me 1 second. 1 second, Salakia. That's Jeremiah 2:14. It said, is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? And that's how you know it's talking about you so-called blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans. Your whole history has been laced in slavery and being slave-minded. Why is he spoiled? So why you ninjas can't get right? Because you blinded. You blind as a bat, so to speak. Right? When we tell you the greatest people on the face of the earth, you don't want no parts of that, man. You sick. Read this again. Because you got a whole bunch of slave-minded jakes. A bunch of stupid ninjas. It said, Israel, a servant. You think the Bible is about love, peace, and happiness. You effing crazy. Right? It says, is he a homeborn slave? So you jakes have been subjugated, right? Mentally. Your body can be so-called free, but your mind is still in captivity. Right? A lot of you jakes can't handle the truth, man. I'm going to get that next. It says, why is he spoiled? When you leave something overnight out, it started to get a stench. Right? Give me 1 second. It's been in a state of rebellion, state of being lost, right? State of not knowing what's going on. You think life about getting so-called fake monopoly money that's crashing out. Proverbs 1:22. And we praying for our deliverance. We don't want to be in this place no longer, man. Right? It says, how long ye simple ones will ye love simplicity? And that's the MO of Jake. Simple, don't know much, stupid, can barely read, barely do anything. That's the consensus of most of our people, right? You got some jakes out here that will, excel in different areas. So our people really the smartest people in the world, but they've been likened to being dumb because they don't want the knowledge of the Bible, the correct knowledge, not this shit that you've been taught in Sunday school and taught by these fake pastors, right? It says, and scorners delight in their scorners. So you ninjas love being ignorant. You love not knowing much, right? And fools hate knowledge. So this the only thing that's going to liberate you. It ain't nothing else. It ain't your Quran, right? It ain't the Jehovah Witness. It ain't the Seventh-day Adventists. It ain't the Latter-day Saints. But you jakes lost. The scriptures say you will serve other gods. That's why you into all these different religions. Lost. You bugged out. You sick. Is the whole head sick? Let me get that before I close it out. 1 second. Isaiah 1 and 4. It says, a sinful nation. That's what you Jakes are. That's when you think you waking up, you think you going to find so-called Jesus. You know what I'm saying? You lost. It says a sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity. So you got sin topped on top of sin. And when you ask you one of you ninjas what is sin is, you can't give us a clear definition. Sin is the transgression of the law. 1 John 3 and 4. And that's in the so-called New Testament for you so-called New Testament only Christians, right? It says they seed of evildoers, children that are corrupted. So everything bad you get all into, right? They have forsaken the Lord. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. So I thought God he was love. He loved everybody. He happy all the time, right? I thought he good all the time. So when you say he good all the time, I mean you saying he's happy all the time. It's nothing but good stuff he bring your way. You people whacked out. They are going straight. They are going away backwards. Let me go to 5. It says, why should ye be stricken anymore? Ye will revolt more and more. So Most High is going to have to put most of our people down because it's going to get worse and worse. The whole head is sick and the whole heart is faint. Right? Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak, Kodash. Shalom.